Hi guys, this is Beth Boomer back with you. If you like my content, please like and share and consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. I haven't been doing as many of these. I hope to get a little more regular again. In one of my last videos, I talked about New Year's resolutions, and one of them was, to show gratitude. And I thought I'd just say today, it's in the 50s in Arizona, and I'm out running, and I'm so thankful for that. And I just turned 67, which I can't even believe, but the fact that I'm still running is awesome, and I'm so very thankful. So today I'm going to talk again about censorship. I did another video on this, and I wanted to find something that a number of people could relate to and understand, and try to look at it in a nonpartisan way. Because if you start with anything that has Trump's name in it, or even Republican, people shut down right away. But I want to talk about censorship and why every one of us should be very concerned about this. It's getting worse and worse, more pervasive across more platforms. Censorship means suppressing parts deemed objectionable on moral, political, military, or other grounds. Now, I have commented on this, and people on the left will say this isn't censorship by the social media platforms because they have protections under 230 because they're a privately held company. So if you agree to their terms of service, they can do whatever the hell they want to. And that could be, but I'm hearing that there are other ways to look at this, and it is suppression of free speech, any way you look at it. And it's not, what they're taking down is not hate speech, not threats. It's purely and simply conservatives who are getting targeted. They don't agree with the left's narrative, and instead of letting them speak and letting citizens decide what they believe, they're taking it down. So they are totally taking away that opportunity for you to analyze and think for yourself. I never, ever would believe that this could happen in the United States of America in my lifetime. Living in Arizona, we have contact with people from many other states and other countries. And we have a gal from Venezuela who just, excuse me, she lived in our neighborhood, but they recently built a new house. Her husband's a police officer. So coming from Venezuela, she's a Trump supporter, and she says, I didn't come here to live under this kind of rule where speech is suppressed. She said, this is, what I got away from. And younger people don't realize this. They don't understand it. They think that, the boomers are all brainwashed. And it seems okay when it's happening to the other side and your speech isn't suppressed. But believe you me, when they come after us, they can just as easily come after you if you deviate from whatever narrative they're pushing. I don't know. It's happening on, Facebook, Google, Twitter. They've taken various conservatives down, but here's the interesting thing. Even China can publish on Twitter. Now think about that a minute. That's pretty scary. I guess where it really put it over the top for me in understanding this and realizing how dangerous it is when they actually suppressed the president. Now you can, they're using the reasoning that he incited a riot. I don't believe this. There are definitely those radicals on both sides of the fence, and Q people were, probably some of the ringleaders who went into the White House. But what's scary is when there's censorship, you're not going to know if Antifa went in because they don't want you to know that. And if you think that what you hear on mainstream media is the truth, you are so very sadly mistaken. But Trump didn't incite this riot, and there were a few people who went into the White House. There were millions who stood outside peacefully protesting, peacefully being patriotic. If you support Trump, you're supporting patriotism. You love the flag. You probably believe in God. You believe in American values and what the country was built on. The other side is demonizing Trump, and they're tearing down the country a little bit by little bit. Please read Republic Under Assault. It's by Fitton. He's the head of Judicial Watch. And the Judicial Watch is a trustworthy organization who challenges the government, both on the left and the right. When they see something that doesn't smell right, they'll look into it. They'll ask for records and such. And so a trustworthy person, trustworthy site. And this book is really, really good to help you with an understanding of what's happening to our republic right before our very eyes. That's what's also so scary. It's happening. It's not even hidden. It's happening before our very eyes, and it's dividing our population. It's dividing friends and family, and it's really sad. And I've said before, I absolutely blame the media, because what we think, is what we read and see. And if you're on certain channels, you're going to believe a certain way. If you never check a different source. And I know people who, I know are good people, and they'll say the same thing about our side. I have people who I've worked with for 24 years who know me and know that, no, I'm not crazy. No, I'm not even exceptionally religious in that I, spouted off to my coworkers. I'm not that political even, back when I was in the office, but they, now are questioning my, not my intellect, but my beliefs, and like I'm off on some tangent, and I'm really not, and I've tried to pass on, talking about, well, what are your sources? Well, I try to look at a variety, and I understand, a lot of our channels are, grouped together and owned by the same people. And when you look at some of them like Fox, who switched over now to being more to the left because of change in ownership. So you got to look at who's at the head, at the helm of these various media outlets. Are they leaning to the left or the right? And whichever way, that's what you're going to hear. And it's so sad that truth isn't the barometer that they're using anymore. It's opinion, and it's how they can drive a particular narrative. And, they have censored, like Dan Bongino. He's a former New York police officer and Secret Service agent, and they've censored him. J.P. Sears, he's a comedian. And I actually shared a couple of his videos because they are really good. They're funny, and they say things in such a way that, you can understand it and smile. And, but, he's kind of making fun of, what the left's beliefs are, because there's so many of them so anti-American or anti-establishment, what we believe in. So, that's Ben Shapiro back there. All these people have been censored. But yet, the left can get on, like Maxine Waters, incite violence explicitly, and nothing happens to them. And I go back to saying that, it's the media. I blame the media. And the media has so very, very much power in shaping people's beliefs. And as my husband always said, don't ever get in a pissing contest with someone who buys ink by the barrel. That is absolutely the truth. Because whatever you say, they can come out in 15 different platforms and shut you down. And now they're literally shutting us down. This is beyond belief. I can't even believe that it's going on and that it's being let continue. So again, this is Best Boomer. Like if you like, and consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, you take care out there. Bye-bye.